Happy dappy boys and girls, Friar Mike coming at you. Got me something extra, something I ain't seen before, and I got a hold of it, and I've been holding on to it because I ain't done one of these in a bit, and now we're going to talk about it because it's looking freaky. We got Veterans United Wacky Badger Hazy IPA. I'd never seen this one before. Proudly Blue. I'm going to say this is Jacksonville. I think JAX is the airline designator for Jacksonville. 6.9 ABV. Got a nice little thing, like they all have something. I mean, it's let's see. Wacky Badger is a hazy, juicy New England style. See, now I do like the New England style IPA over the West Coast IPA. I have adapted to that one. Ferocious. Oh, ferocious. I like this word. Amount of hops. Mosaic, Eldorado, Citra, Simcoe, and Amarillo. All right, now these, I mean, they're all U.S., Canadian, Northwest hops. So, I mean, there's going to be a whole bunch of different stuff. There's going to be some pine, going to be some citrus, going to be some tropical on some of the other stuff. That's a bunch of hops for an easy. I mean, a couple, three, that's one thing. Then there are five of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different hops in this. Now, I'd have to actually see if they would release a recipe just to see what was in the boil, what was in the brew, what was in the dry, and how this played out. But you know what? We're just wondering how it tastes. So, there it is. And pop that sound open. Got our handy dandy and our pour. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do this properly, so of course, I end up a lot of times with a little bit more head, and I'm doing this in the evening, so the light is not all that spectacular, but I mean, that's got a nice color to it. It's an interesting thing. It definitely bubbled up quite a bit. I don't know if that's just the beer itself or my pour. I'll take my penalties as I have to. But again, it's got a... Well, let's just find out. He calls it a pale ale. I mean, it's almost lagerish. It almost has that lager mouth feel to it, like velvet just sliding across your tongue. Hey, I mean, there's not a lot of extra to it. The nice thing about it's one of them cans, they just used a plain can and they put the label on it, so yeah, this label's going to end up coming off and going onto a window somewhere that hopefully my dad won't notice before he passes. So, anyway, Veterans United Craft Brewery, and let's face it, any critter wearing a straitjacket, that's my kind of critter. All right, we going to have some fun. Yeah, I tell you what, it's a very good taste. It's complexity is something I would throw in. I mean, normally in New England, you're pretty well balanced. You've got, I mean, again, the amount of hop is actually what's probably throwing me some. But again, you know what? It slides over. It wants to stay, but it says there's more coming. You got to get me down out of the way. If you happen to come across them, I found these guys. Where was I at? This was I think it was Total Wine. I had to do a little hunting. I was killing time while my girl was doing that foot doctor thing. But yeah, Total Wine and more. Wacky Badger, Veterans United, definitely worth a taste if you come across them. And if you can, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm sure they're online somewhere. You might be able to find something. In the vagaries of life, always keep your glass full, keep your eyes open, your ears wide. All kinds. We're on top of the world right now. Let's put ourselves in the right spot. Peace on, stay safe. We'll see you on the next flyby.